Mario Williams has committed to play football at the University of Oklahoma. We got to talk about it after the bumper.
Don't be cornering me. Hold up. Time. You got to help me with that corner shit.
What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always college football related, sports related. We have a good time. Today, we need to talk about 4-star wide receiver, top 40, 247 Sports Composite wide receiver, and 5-star receiver Mario Williams deciding to commit to play to the University of Oklahoma. I should say 5-star according to Rivals.com, but top 40 is top 40, right? And he has been compared to Elijah Moore by director of scouting for 247 Sports, Barton Simmons, for his quick, twitchy athleticism and his ability in the open field. Last year, he caught just 27 passes for 795 yards. The year before that, he caught just 51 passes for 950 yards. Coming out of Plant City, Florida, he helped lead the Raiders baseball team to their first state championship in decades and has been an outstanding player going into his junior season, what we hope is a really spectacular rising senior season for Mario. Now, add in here that Oklahoma beat out the likes of LSU, Georgia, Alabama, and Florida for his services. Those were his top 5 as he was really narrowing it down, but the predictions were in, had 14 crystal ball predictions that showed 100% to Oklahoma. Obviously, Dennis Simmons has been doing a phenomenal job in the development of his receiving group, going back to D.D. Westbrook, who was not only a Heisman finalist, but a Biletnikoff Award winner, coming up through the JUCO ranks, and then going again to the JUCO well with Hollywood Brown, that'd be Marquise Brown, who is a first-round draft pick by the Baltimore Ravens, and it is expected to be the deep threat target for one Lamar Jackson, that guy who's going to grace the cover of Madden and was just the second player in the history of the National Football League to be voted unanimous MVP, along with another Sooner in the name of Mark Andrews and another in the name of Ben Powers, and you understand that Baltimore likes them some Sooners. Getting back to Mario, it's the second wide receiver in a class that we expect to be laden with some offensive talent. He joins Cody Jackson, who was the first commit in this 2021 class, coming out of Richmond Foster, which is the same high school in Texas where CeeDee Lamb came out of. CeeDee Lamb being the 17th overall pick and the second straight wide receiver picked in the first round. That was coached by Dennis Simmons, going to play for my Dallas Cowboys and wear that 88. But we're beginning to see this thing turn over, right? We're expecting that Clayton Smith will announce his commitment at 2 o'clock this afternoon. We have 8 crystal balls in to show that he is also an OU lane, 100% showing the 6'4", 220-pound linebacker. Probably going to end up making OU fans happy. Maybe not. I've seen these things go either way. I had my misgivings about Mario, but Mario decided that he wanted to be a Sooner, and that's a big deal for Oklahoma to be able to go into Florida for the second commitment in 2 weeks from the state of Florida, and really a blue chipper that you needed, because outside of Ethan Downs and even Cody Jackson to a degree, didn't really move the needle that much with Cullen Montgomery, who I think is going to be outstanding, or Jordan Mooks, or yes, Danny Stutzman, but now you well and truly have a guy that everybody else wanted and can help you play baseball as well. I'm sure Skip Johnson is going to be on the phone having conversations with Lincoln Riley about what Mario Williams' schedule might look like if he decides that he wants to still play college baseball, and all indications were that he wanted to. Like, that was one of the reasons that LSU was high on his list. Same thing with Florida. We know that the SEC schools can play a little baseball as well as some football. Now, it also gives Oklahoma its 6th commit in this 2021 class, which is not a lot, especially when you take a look at the top 10 in the rankings. You're looking at anywhere between 8 and 21 commitments for any of those teams, with Tennessee having the most by far with 21, Ohio State having 17, and North Carolina having 14, Clemson having 10. For Oklahoma right now, you just want to get back to good in the Big 12, which means competing with the likes of Texas for the recruiting title in the conference once again. And I think that if Oklahoma, one, can get Caleb Williams into the boat sooner rather than later, and then can add a Kamara Wheaton and an LJ Johnson, you got a real shot at this thing. And then there's others for which you really want to continue to take a look at, like Kelvin Gilliam, who just picked up an LSU offer, and he's an edge guy, but they also have at least one edge guy that they really like in Landon Jackson. And that's where Oklahoma hopes to get its next, because as I mentioned, Clayton Smith is going to announce here in the next couple of hours, but he's an edge guy, 6'4", 220 pounds, heavily recruited. And that's kind of the thing right here with what Alex Grinch has wanted, and the way that Dennis Simmons has been able to overdevelop speed into first-round talent and then take guys like CeeDee Lamb, who just got all the tools, and not screw it up. Alex Grinch has been taking athletes and really making them fit into his scheme. Kenneth Murray Jr.'s knock was that he didn't really slot, because he showed up to Oklahoma as an outside linebacker and ends up playing some middle linebacker and then will linebacker and turned himself into a first-round draft pick. And I like that as a selling point for Grinch. I also like for Mario Williams what this looks like and what this could mean is, yeah, you're the heir apparent in this 2021 class after a 2020 class that saw some receiver talent that really wasn't underwhelming. It just wasn't highly touted. I think Marvin Mims should have been. He's a national record holder when we're talking about receiving yards in a season with over 2,600. And he's the Texas high school football career record holder for receiving yards, with his surpassing Jordan Shipley for that honor. So I'm interested to see what this means for Mario Williams going forward. I'm also interested to see what this means for Oklahoma going forward in the recruiting, whether or not this is the first of many, or whether or not it's just going to stop one or even two throughout the weekend. I did want to flesh out Barton's description of what he expects Mario Williams' game to look like here. Smaller receiver, but not slighted framed. Has the build to be able to carry some additional weight in college and be sturdy and durable. Quick, twitchy athlete. More quick than fast, but still fast enough. Doesn't get caught from behind and flashes significant big play capability. Shows good lateral quickness and has the tools to beat press coverage at the line of scrimmage. Looks for more after the catch. Capable of making plays in contested situations down the field. Hand check out, but catch radius is limited, and he's shown some inconsistencies finishing on catches outside his frame. Body quickness and size should steer him toward the slot, where he's likely a Power 5 starter with mid to early NFL draft upside. So there you have it. All right, that's it for me. Deuces.